Hey, good morning. Yeah, this is Jeremiah 787, my website. And we're going to load some 4570 today. Looks something like this. A big old cartridge, straight wall cartridge. Projectile is going to be a 350 grain lead Meister bullet. And it's an alloy, so it has some other material in it too, which holds together really well. And we'll just get started here. Let me show you the the die I'm using is an RCBS die. You can see there's 3 dies in there. There's a resizing die with decapping. There's an expander die, and then there's the seating die. And you need all 3 of those for this particular job. So we'll just pop in the, and they're already preset. I set them up so that they're set, and okay, and we're just going to do 2 of them. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little case lube on them. A little case lube on there. And it's already preset, like I said, so I'm going to bring the ram up. It's going to decap it, and it's going to bring it down. And it's going to look like this here. You can see that it's where the primer pocket is, it's dirty, so we have to clean that out. So let me do one, and I'll do another one just to give you a little idea. So it's, don't over lube your brass, otherwise it makes dents, and you don't want that. So here we go. Primer pocket needs to be cleaned out. And when you're examining the brass for cracks, if it has any cracks in it from being shot, and this doesn't. So here we go. We're done with the lube process. We'll get that out of the way. And now we'll bring up the primer pocket cleaner, clean it out really well. Bring it back up to almost new. And look at the primer pocket flash hole to make sure that it's not blown out or overextended. And that's very important. And then here's the other one here. A little, and that looks like that there. Okay, so you have your 2 pieces of brass, and we're going to do a little deburring on it. It really doesn't need it because I already done it on the first one when it was new brass. When it's new brass, you really have to do this, but other than that, forget about it. This barely fits on. That's it. It's inside, outside, and that's good. That one's good. Okay, now you want to use your brush to make sure there's nothing in there. No sediment, nothing. Okay, now moving right along. So now that we have the brass ready to go, we need to put a primer in there. So I have some primers here. CCI 200 large rifle primers. Perfect for the 4570. So I already have it opened up. You just put it in your primer holder, and you get your primer loader here. We'll just load a couple up. We only need 2, so we're good. And this flips them over, and that's what it looks like. I've had this primer since 1982. Bought it off a guy named Bob Johnson. I bought his old reloading stuff. All right, so we want to come over to the primer tool. So one of the things we're going to need is you're going to need the shell holder, and that's a number 14 shell holder. See it? And that's nice. And then you slide that right in here. And then you pick out your, and I put tape on here so I don't get anything down there. I've done that before and had to take it apart. It's a pain in the neck. You flip it upside down like this, pull the pin, primer slide down. There's your primer right there. And here's your first piece of brass. Slide that in, bring it up. Primed. Good to go. Next, same thing. Do it again. Bring it up here. And you're good to go. Okay. Now the next step we want to do is to put some powder in there. So first thing you want to do is check and make sure your powder measure is accurate. So you turn it on, and I have a 100 grain 243 bullet, and that bullet should be 100 grains. Bang, 100 grains right on the spot. Okay, so here we go. We are going to get powder's already in there for the dispenser. Now you have powder. .48.3, so we want to bring it up a little bit to 49. 49 is good. Your trickler is very important. It's actually easier to be under it than over 49, because then you have to dump it back in. This is exactly 49. So 49 grains of powder. Make sure you don't mix up grains and grams. There's a big difference. And you'll feel the kaboom if you do. So that's one down. And we'll do another one. Powder dispenser. It looks almost identical. Now see, this one went up a little bit, went a little higher, so I have to take a little bit out, which I'll do that right here. Take a little powder out, and oh, that's almost perfect. So little trickler, trickle a little powder in there, and it's perfect. 49 grains of powder. And incidentally, I use my 4570 on wild boar in South Carolina, so it's always good. It's a stopper. It stops them. Doesn't make them suffer. They die pretty quickly, and they're good eating, those wild hogs. If you want something good, I'm telling you, they're really good. Bring the little light over here. All right, so now we're ready for the next step. Is you want to put the expander in there. So you want to put the expander die to open the mouth of the brass. And I already have pre-done this. Plus, on your bullet, you have a chamfer around it. That beveling chamfer, that'll let your bullet seat right in there. So we're going to put the seating die in right now. So here's the seating die. And it's already preset. I preset it. This way it saves a little time. You don't get so bored watching it. And one of the most important things I do is I examine my powder with flashlight to make sure it looks They both look perfectly even, and no matter how many I do the same thing. I want to make sure the powder looks even. If something doesn't look right, I will reweigh it, take it apart, redo it again. So we will grab the number 14 shell holder. Bing, bang, boom. I've been reloading since 1982. And I learned from a guy from West Virginia. His name was Bob Johnson. We called him Bob Bigfoot Johnson. Really great guy. He was an engineer for a big company, but he really knew how to reload and hunt. And when I bring that down, it not only seats the bullet, but it also roll crimp around it. And here we go. Here's our 2 shells. 2 bullets made. You got a little case lube on there. You can just squish that right off. And that's it. 4570. And this is my rifle right here. You can see it's a takeoff on a Marlin. However, Remington made this, and it's a very good rifle. Never had a jam, never had a problem. It shoots extremely accurate. It has kind of a heavy, thick barrel on it. And I really like it. Okay, thank you very much.